Picture this. A young man in New York City, 1975. He's broke, so broke that he had to sell his beloved dog for $50 just to buy food. That man was Sylvester Stallone, and his story is one of the most inspiring tales of perseverance in Hollywood history. Living in a tiny apartment he could barely afford, Stallone would watch boxing matches and write scripts in his spare time. His life was unglamorous. He cleaned lion cages at the Central Park Zoo and worked as a movie theater usher just to make ends meet. Some nights he would sleep at the Port Authority bus terminal because he couldn't afford the subway fare home. But Stallone had a dream. After watching the Muhammad Ali versus Chuck Wepner fight in 1975, he rushed home and wrote the script for Rocky in just 3 days and 3 nights. His hands were trembling, but the words kept flowing. He knew he had something special. When producers offered him $350,000 for the script, an astronomical sum for a struggling actor, they had one condition: he couldn't play the lead role. This was his ticket out of poverty. But Stallone stood firm. He said no. He believed in himself so much that he refused to sell unless he could star as Rocky Balboa. The studios kept coming back, raising the offer to $400,000, then $500,000. But Stallone was willing to stay poor if it meant keeping his dream alive. Finally, they agreed to let him star, but with a much smaller budget and just $35,000 for the script. The first thing Stallone did with that money? He went back to the man who had bought his dog and bought him back for $15,000, 300 times what he had sold him for. Yes, he spent nearly half his money just to get his best friend back. Rocky went on to win 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and launched Stallone into superstardom. But more importantly, it proved that sometimes, holding on to your dreams, no matter how impossible they seem, is the only way forward. Today, Sylvester Stallone's net worth is over $400 million. But it's not about the money. It's about the guy who was so broke he had to sell his dog, who slept in bus terminals, who refused to give up on himself when the whole world was telling him to take the easy way out. Remember this: success is not about where you start. It's about how hard you're willing to fight for what you believe in. Just like Rocky Balboa, sometimes you have to take all the hits and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.